The 2017 matchup between Kevin Durant and LeBron James at the NBA Finals became a pivotal moment in basketball, reflecting the clash between viral fame and genuine basketball talent. Imagine the most hyped matchup of the year turning into a showdown of sheer unpredictability and raw talent. This matchup wasn't like any other series in the NBA Finals. It was a clash of egos and styles where previous performances and reputations were on the line. It was the ultimate test, and only one man will be left standing at the end. In today's video, we will take a deep dive into the buildup of the game, key plays, and the dramatic turning point that led to LeBron James' unexpected and unprecedented humbling at the hands of Kevin Durant in Game 3 of the series. At just 18 years old, LeBron James had achieved a level of stardom through viral showcasing of his flashy skills and arrogance on the court. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant was not a high school sensation. Frankly, you can say that James was a high school and college phenomenon. He even had a signature shoe before his NBA debut. On the other hand, Durant was relatively unknown, but an incredibly talented competitor even in high school. But we are not saying that Durant was completely anonymous before joining the NBA. Far from it. He was a great college athlete, but compared to LeBron James, the 2007 number 2 NBA overall pick comes up short. However, he stepped up to the challenge in what many thought would be a showcase for LeBron. Against the expectations of many social media fans and pundits, Durant's disciplined, fundamentally sound play not only neutralized LeBron's style, but ultimately exposed his weaknesses. As Durant demonstrated resilience, poise, and a commitment to disciplined basketball, the match turned into a cultural critique of social media influences in sports. This event wasn't just about winning a game. It signaled a profound shift in how fans perceive skills, discipline, and the essence of basketball in an age dominated by highlight reels. Interestingly, Durant and his Golden State Warriors held a 2-0 edge in the NBA Finals as they were headed into Cleveland Cavaliers with everything at stake. This had gone both ways historically. Of course, if LeBron James and the Cavs could resurrect their moribund hopes, then the series could get interesting real quick. The Warriors had hopefully learned their lessons though, and knew they could break the Cavs' already thinly stretched hope, likely sending LeBron James packing to a new team and ending this 4-year finals pattern. So everything was on the line for the game, and the frenzy wasn't helped by the media. They fueled the hype with viral social media trash talk and expert predictions. All these set the stage for a legendary encounter that lived in the memory of basketball fans for years to come. If you were enjoying this video, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go back to the epic battle between Durant and LeBron James. The arena was packed. The lights were bright and the air cracked with excitement as fans of both teams roared for their heroes. The Warriors had a 2-0 lead from the first 2 games, but the Cavs at least made things interesting in the opener by forcing overtime. The Warriors kept the end of the second matchup drama-free, running away with victory due to a strong fourth quarter. Cleveland missed a key opportunity to steal home court advantage away from its rival in Game 1 and is now facing a must-win situation in Game 3. So there was a thin hope that LeBron James could galvanize the Cleveland team to mount a fight back and take Game 3 from the Warriors. However, the Golden State Warriors had won 6 of their last meetings against Cleveland, so the odds were in their favor. Nonetheless, the atmosphere thickened as the game began, with both sides of supporters choosing to forget the past and focus on the game in front of them. LeBron James has pulled his Cleveland Cavaliers to an improbable NBA final, but by early Thursday morning, as he quietly walked out of his home arena in a purple warm-up jacket, it was clear he probably wouldn't be able to drag the Cavs to one last title. The Golden State Warriors are too much for him and his Cavaliers. In Wednesday night's Game 3, James scored 33 points, while logging a 10th career NBA Finals triple-double. Limited Warriors star Steph Curry to just one successful three-pointer, and still, Cleveland lost 110-102. Now, down 3-0 in the championship round, his dream of winning more than one ring with the Cavaliers is all but over. However, LeBron James can pin all his disappointment on one man, Kevin Durant. The superstar forward who signed with the Warriors in 2016 with the hope of creating a dynasty was a force to reckon with on the night. As Curry and Klay Thompson struggled with their shooting the night, Durant connected on 6 of 9 attempts from three-point range, scored a playoff career-high 43 points, and added 13 rebounds. It looks like the Cleveland team will mount a challenge against the Warriors. Cleveland fed off the thunder of their home crowd, where they had won 8 straight in the playoffs after dropping Game 1 of their first-round series with the Indiana Pacers. And the speakers in this 3-tier arena downtown boomed. Huge flames shot from the scoreboard. And in the roar, most of the Warriors could do nothing as the Cavs pushed them around down low. Curry looked frustrated as he tumbled to the floor, and Green growled at officials as both he and Curry picked up 3 fouls in the first half, with Green adding a technical for an early scuffle with J.R. Smith. The Cavaliers opened their biggest lead of the series at 13 points and maintained a double-digit advantage through much of the first 2 quarters, built mostly through the shooting of James and Smith and the rebounding of Kevin Love, who has quietly had a tremendous series. Cleveland might have run away with the game, as they have been others in this building, were it not for Durant. As Curry and Thompson struggled with their three-point shooting early, Durant was unstoppable, using his long arms to shoot over the Cavs defenders, almost single-handedly keeping Golden State in the game at halftime when they trailed just 58-52. Then, as they often do, the Warriors exploded in the third quarter, using a quick 9-3 spurt after the break to level the score and taking off from there. JaVale McGee scored on a series of layups. Curry started to find his shot and Durant kept pouring in bucket after bucket. Curry hit 2 free throws with 9:57 left in the third to give Golden State their first lead, stretching the margin to as much as 5. Both teams battled through a tight one-possession game throughout most of the fourth, exchanging leads, but also missing several shots that could have proved difference-making for either side. Curry continued to struggle to find his shot, and Durant began to shoot wildly in an attempt to shoulder the load. But with just under 3 minutes left, the Warriors took control. Another three-pointer from Durant put Golden State up 106-100 with 49 seconds remaining. From that point, the momentum shifted in the Warriors' favor. Durant posed uncharacteristically as he released the ball. The arena that had roared all night was silent. If you were enjoying this clip, like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content. Now, let's go back to this epic battle between Durant and LeBron James. It is hard to pinpoint the exact turning point in Game 3, especially as Durant played out of his skin from the first quarter. However, anyone with a keen eye for details will say it was in the fourth quarter. Draymond Green picked up his 5th foul of the game, and that sent Kevin Love to the line for a pair of free throws, and he hit them both to put Cleveland up 97-96. Then, Kevin Durant brought the ball up the floor and he fed Draymond Green, who hit Stephen Curry under the basket for a nice layup. An Andre Iguodala steal got Golden State the ball back, and then Curry woke up from the perimeter, finally hitting his first three-pointer of the game, which briefly had Golden State up by 4, though LeBron James immediately answered with a 3 of his own. But you could tell that the entire sequence of play showed the difference between the Warriors and Cleveland. It was at this point that the crowd's cheers turned into stunned silence. LeBron James's frustration was visible, his confidence shaken as Durant's creativity and scoring prowess continued to outshine his efforts. But Durant and the Warriors weren't done yet. After Andre Iguodala soared for a dunk, Durant drained a three-pointer from 33 feet to all but seal the win with a few seconds remaining. If you've enjoyed this clip, like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go back to the breathtaking encounter between Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Immediately after the game, LeBron James was asked to share his opinion about the game. "You can't have miscommunications," James said. "You can't have lulls. You can't have my bads, because they're going to make you pay." His disappointment was clear, and he agreed with the outcome, saying that the Warriors were superior on the court. "We had our chances," James said. "You can't make mistakes. They're not going to beat themselves." On the other hand, Durant shared his fears and expressed his happiness with his performance. "The shot clock was running down. I was pretty far out. I just wanted to get a look," Durant said. "I didn't want to run there and shoot a bad shot, fall on the ground, and they got numbers going the other way, so I decided to pull up. I tried to just stay in the zone," Durant said, acknowledging he was nervous the Cavs could still come back. His acknowledgement of his team's performance dominated the headlines. The next day, sports journalists, pundits, and fans talked about Durant's outstanding performances. Most of them praised Durant's incredible outing as a masterclass. The discourse around KD ever since he moved to the Bay has largely surrounded whether the game is too easy for him when he's surrounded by 3 Hall of Famers. What Durant showed against Cleveland is that he's very capable of making the game easy for himself. The reigning Finals MVP scored 43 points, adding 13 rebounds and 7 assists for good measure. Durant's efficiency was comical. He finished the game with a 78.3% effective field goal percentage, thanks in large part to his 6 of 9 shooting from 3. The plaudits continue to pour in as journalists point out that his performance is the exact reason why the Warriors signed Kevin Durant. With Curry and Thompson missing the looks they frequently feast on, Golden State was beatable. But Durant changes the calculus. He too is capable of winning a game by himself. If you enjoyed this clip, like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content. Now, let's go back to the incredible showdown between Kevin Durant and LeBron James. The game marked a turning point in James' career. He left Cleveland that season as a free agent. James later joined the Los Angeles Lakers. He would lead the Lakers to a title in 2020 and win Finals MVP that year. The Cavaliers did not return to the playoffs until the 2022-2023 season. As for Durant, on July 7, 2018, he re-signed with the Warriors on a reported 2-year, $61.5 million contract, which included a player option for the second year despite offers from several big NBA franchises. He went on to win another championship with the Warriors before departing in 2019 for the Brooklyn Nets. The game became a reference point in discussions about the true value of humility and hard work in sports. LeBron James was a player many expected to lead Cleveland to the championship because of the hype surrounding his exploits in the NBA. But on the day it mattered most, Kevin Durant showed that there is no substitute for sheer determination, perseverance, and drive when it comes to winning. This matchup taught us that no amount of hype can replace persistence, preparation, and the will to seize the moment when it counts. So, younger players need to understand that social media hype doesn't matter when you step onto the court. The only thing that counts is what you do from the first to the fourth quarter of the game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the game's biggest stars. We'll see you in the next one.